What are equity securities? Why they're called securities, equity, and stock? Let's make this easy. A security is something you can buy to invest your money, like a stock or a bond. But why is it called a security? It's because it represents a secured financial interest, something that has value and can be traded safely in the market. It's a kind of promise or right that gives you either ownership or income in the future, and it's protected by law. That's why it's called a security. It secures your right to that value. Now, securities come in two big types, ownership and debt. If you buy stock, you're buying a tiny piece of ownership in a company. That's called an equity security. Equity simply means ownership or having a share in something's value. So, when you buy a stock, you hold equity in that business. You become one of its owners. Why do we call it stock? The word stock comes from an old idea, a company's stock of goods or everything it owns that's valuable. When companies were first formed hundreds of years ago, their stock meant all their total property and resources. So when investors bought a share of that, they were literally buying a piece of the company's stock. That's how the word stuck. Today, owning a stock still means owning a part of the company's value. Now, let's compare that with bonds, which are debt securities. When you buy a bond, you're not owning anything. You're lending your money to a company or to the government. They promise to pay you back later, plus some interest for using your money. So bonds give you safety and steady income, but not ownership. Stocks, on the other hand, make you a real part owner. If the company earns money, you can receive dividends, your share of the profits. And if the company grows and its stock price increases, your piece becomes more valuable too. So in short, security or a protected financial right that represents value. Equity, large ownership in a company. Stock, fact, your small piece of that ownership, part of the company's total stock of value. Owning equity securities means you're not just investing, you're participating in a company's success. If you have any question, please write them on the comment. And don't forget to follow us. See you next time.